Hi, everybody, and welcome back to this week's Competitive League. Today is Wednesday, and this is round 3 with Esper Jace Control. I should change the name. Is it even called Esper Control? Yeah, whatever. Jace is eventually just going to be part of the deck. It's not going to be Esper Jace. It's just Esper Control. I'm not going to do a deck tag. I talked a bit about that in the first video, maybe a bit of the second, so if you haven't watched those yet, check it out. There's a link to the league playlist in the short description. I will see you guys in just a moment. So I don't think we've had a game yet that goes the way my initial testing did. But that's why you test, because sometimes even you're like, oh, I think the deck will work this way, and you just kind of get lucky and draw things in the right order. But what was happening in the 4 or 5 matches, I can't remember if it was 5 or 4, it doesn't matter. But in those handful of matches that I played, it seemed like I kept drawing my discard and Jace and lands, and I would just kind of go like discard spells into Jace the Mind Sculptor. I do want to play first. It's fine, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really do anything, but we have, once we know what we're playing against, we have a Serum Visions, and we also have an Esper Charm to draw more cards or make our opponent discard if that's what's relevant. So, alright, playing against Blue-White Control. Just starting on Mystic Gate. Interesting. Let's just start off with a Hollowed Fountain that we don't have. It's so annoying. I guess I can just get a Godless Shrine and then use my Dark Slick Shores. Or I could just shock with the Watery Grave. I think I'll just do that. Alright, so maybe we'll draw a... that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Both of these are great. Assuming this really is Blue-White Control, I'm going to bottom the push, keep the Inquisition, and pass the turn. Now, if they play Search for Azcanta, we have this Esper Charm, which is kind of nice. So they just kept a hand without colored mana. Interesting. Well, for now, I think casting Lingering Souls is probably the best thing that we can do. Start applying some pressure. I'm going to hold on to this Inquisition for the moment until we kind of have something to do with it. Like, I'm not trying to clear the way for anything or necessarily find any information. Things are not going well for our opponent. Let's attack. And I'm going to flashback to Lingering Souls. I think we need to try and capitalize on our opponent's misfortune. In fact, if he just doesn't have a land again, I'm just going to probably flash and Snapcaster Mage. Because then we're basically playing 6 a turn. That's 3 turn clock. Yeah, it's definitely Blue-White Control. Discarding Jace. He must have a pretty reasonable hand, though. I think at this point it probably makes sense to Inquisition. That way when he finds a land, we can kind of take his most productive thing to do at that point. So if he has like a removal spell, or if he doesn't have a removal spell but a Serum Vision, something like that, we can make it so that when he draws a land, he's just sort of doesn't have an immediate thing to do, and we can buy as much time as we can with this. All right, so let's go Inquisition of Kozilek and see what we see. Oh, he did. So obviously he had a Detention Sphere. I was probably going to think about taking that because it deals with our Lingering Soul. So it's a Blue-White Control. Okay, so against Blue-White Control, the Lingering Souls I think are good. I think these cards are great. I think the Counter Squall is good. Disenchant is something to consider because of Search for Azcanta. The Disdainful Strokes can hit Jaces and Planeswalkers. Probably want those. Things I think we want to cut. Probably all the Path to Exiles. Probably makes sense to leave. Leaving some Inquisition. Probably leaving all of our Disruption. Probably leave all of this. The Gideon could be cut, although it's a nice win condition on its own. It's probably going to be a long game. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump all this in here because we got some decisions to make. Obviously, the verdict's out. 64 cards. Our threats look really good against blue-white. Lingering Souls should be great. Click can clear the way. Geist is going to be potentially an absolute just house. Think I want the Collective Brutalities. Can I draw too much discard? Maybe I don't want just this. Actually, maybe the targeted discard is just better than Wrenchmine. So let's cut the Wrenchmine and just stay like more focused with what we're trying to discard. The Disenchant, we don't know that he has Search, but well, we know that he has answers to our Planeswalkers in the form of Detention Sphere. So I like leaving the Disenchant. All of these cards seem really good to me. Gideon could be cut because he's like the biggest, most expensive thing and probably the hardest to resolve. And he's probably not the best against Path. So I think that's a reasonable cut there. I probably don't want to cut Jace, Architect of Thought. I need to cut 2 cards, and I need to do it quickly. It's kind of hard. I'm going to cut a Push. And I'm going to cut a... I could cut it. If I don't know what to cut, I could just cut a random Serum Visions. I think I'll do that because I'm not sure what the cut should be. All right, I'm going to keep this. Maybe I should have thought seized to take a search for Escanta. Yeah, that's what he's going to play. Or he may be spreading seas, but... Rest in peace. Oh, that makes our Lingering Souls worse. I guess I could have stopped that. Whatever. Play the land, say go. Let's get another Watery Grave. Or not. That's pretty cool. All right, here's how we're going to try to resolve our Jace. At the end of his next turn, we're going to cast Vendilion Click. Oh, he better not be a damn Vendilion Click. Okay, I can deal with that. It's a black source. We have 1 black. Yeah, that's fine-ish. Does this even have any targets left? shit. Water Grave, Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine. Let's look at the list. Godless Shrine, Watery Grave. Man, I need to redo this mana base. But I already kind of said that. I didn't really like... That stinks! Because our whole plan is to go Vendilion Clique. We're going to try it anyway. And then we're going to shove Jace through, basically. I guess he has a Colonnade. That's something to consider. Counter draw. So if we play Jason plus, he has to attack with Colonnade. Then we get to go crazy with our Lingering Souls. But then he gets to probably resolve his own Jace. But the whole plan here, this is so annoying. I don't have a land to get. 2 Water Graves, Godless Shrine and a thing. We have our Swamp, Plains, and an island. Because what I want to do is I want to Thoughtseize Jace. This is just killing me. F. This would be so much better. Do I even want to show him that I don't have any basics or nothing to get? Let me just double check. I'm almost positive. 1 island, 1 plains, 1 swamp, 2 watery graves, 2 godless shrines. The Hallowed Fountain that I took out for who knows why would be totally fixing this problem right now. So now I have to choose. That was all I did. Now I have to choose. He could also have like a Dragon Lord Ojutai, which would be hella annoying. I doubt he has Spell Pierce. Let's go up. Serum Visions. I put that on the bottom. I guess basically he's going to draw whatever underneath it anyway. This lets him... It just basically denies him the scry. He draws what was under there. He doesn't have to spend 1 mana to do it. If he attacks our Jace, then we're going to play Lingering Souls, Wall of Omens. I can't say that I'm too terrified of Wall of Omens at the moment. Detention Sphere? Okay, he has got a Gideon. Alright. I'm going to figure out what to do about that Gideon. That kind of helps. A little bit. Let's start by... I definitely want to brainstorm, but I probably Serum Visions first. Actually, let's Thoughtseize before we do anything. Path and Verdict. I don't think any of these... Let's take the Verdict, actually. That does interact with our tokens. We're going to need to play this. We definitely have to... Another Lingering Souls, that's good. Disdainful Strokes, kind of too late for that. Put these on the bottom. So I could brainstorm, or I could just put up a bunch of blockers. I can really only put up 2, though. He's going to be able to get in with something, because he's going to attack me for 1, 2, 3. So he's going to be able to put Jace at 3. I think I just want to brainstorm. Geist is a good one. Although it's going to be hard to... So Geist can pressure this Gideon. We got all these stupid knight allies. But if Jace can live, then Jace minus could be useful. We can block the 2 biggest creatures with Lingering Souls. So we're going to have to spend 1, 2... This is just not even a land. 3 mana to cast the Lingering Souls. So we could play this Creeping Tar Pit. Yeah, this game's going to spiral out of control because of Gideon, all these dudes. I want to play this Creeping Tar Pit to actually pressure that Gideon, I think. So I think we could just put back so next turn then we Serum Visions, draw Lingering Souls, and let's do this. Let's go Souls, Visions on top. I guess we can't even play the Creeping Tar Pit this turn. I didn't think about that. Play our Lingering Souls, make some blockers, and pass. I like our line a little bit less that we're not going to have that Creeping Tar Pit available immediately. Yeah, here comes a Colonnade activation. Here comes a Gideon activation. So Jace's going to go to 3. Oh, no, that stinks. I guess I knew about that path, too. I don't know that I care enough about what's on the bottom of our library. We have no basics. Oh, this is tragic. I can't save him, so I'm just not going to even use that stupid spirit token. That was a mistake. Should have played this. Then I could have played Jace, Architect of Thought. I don't even think he has anything for us to take. Okay, Snapcaster is reasonable, I guess. Alright, so we get a block out of the spirit token. I'm gonna Jason minus, see what I can find. It knows at this point that we don't have any basics. Alright. Rework. Okay, so activate Gideon, block Gideon. I guess we just take the Lingering Souls and we shock. Please give us both those. This game would have gone way, way differently had I not screwed up my... Yeah, that Jace is not going to save me. Oh, that land? You know, dude, I'm conceding. I didn't realize that was the Flooded Strand, so I can't even cast this stupid spell. Get out of here. Okay, so actually I want to change the boarding just a bit. I actually don't like push now as much as I like path because of Gideon, things like that. I don't have a good answers for Planeswalkers in this deck. That's something I need to keep in mind. Is this Disenchant a little too situational, maybe? Let's give this a shot. Yeah, so let's assume he had the Gideon in his hand. We play Jace. Thoughtseize, take Gideon, up Jace. He has to attack Jace with Colonnade. Then we get to play a bunch of Lingering Souls and start brainstorming. I think we would have been in really good shape. Thoughtseize, 1 mana, mulligan. God dang it. I guess. Bottom. Watery Grave, Godless Shrine. Serum Visions, sure. Polluted Delta, Watery Grave. Whew, the mana in this deck is terrible. I didn't really analyze it that much. I think I just copied some other Esper list and just made some very, very minor changes. That's the only thing I would have done different. Okay, that is so good. I'm going to end up taking a lot of damage, but... So let's start on Inquisition. Dispel. Gideon, ally of Zendikar. Gideon, Jura, and Elspeth, Sun's champion. Okay. Some pretty serious stuff in there. So I'm going to take the Gideon, ally of Zendikar, because I don't want him to create blockers for our Geist of St. Traft. And then we're just going to have to find an answer to this Elspeth. But if we don't answer ally, then we're never going to do anything with our Geist. So let's go ahead and take the Dispel. Now let's Thoughtseize. Take ally of Zendikar. Yield till end of turn. We're going to put a lot of pressure with this Geist. If he doesn't draw a counter spell and we get to resolve it. So I think this is nuts, but I'm like terrified that we're gonna about the basics thing happening again. So we're at 11. We also drew a path just in case he drew a Snapcaster Mage. That ramps him, which we really don't want to do, and get him closer to Gideon, but we'll do what we have to do. Okay, so let's attack. Serum Visions is great. Let's cast Serum Visions. I don't actually... Okay, so Supreme Verdict would really hurt, but then we get to Jace, and we have Path for Gideon. I'm actually going to put these on the bottom, oddly enough. And the reason is what I want to draw is I want to draw a piece of hand disruption so I can take, mainly I want to take Elspeth. I think we can find a way to deal with the Gideon, but I don't think we can deal with Elspeth. It's an instant or sorcery, not a Gideon. Alright, let's attack. And I think we just want to try to run the Jace out there. He might have a counter spell, but here's the thing: if we don't do anything, and we let him untap, then he plays a Gideon. Then we can't play our Jace because Gideon could easily attack Jace. So we just play the Jace now, and if he has a counter spell, oh well, too bad for us. Okay, too bad for us. All right, he didn't draw the land for the Gideon. Cool. So what I was trying to say is, like, let's pretend that we just said go. He untaps and plays Gideon and pluses. Okay, so now we have to attack Gideon with Geist, which can only Gideon at 2. So now if we play our Jace the Mind Sculptor, he gets to then 0 Gideon and kill Jace. Whereas if we just play Jace now and it resolves, then he can still play the Gideon to protect him from the Geist of Saint Trap, but now we get to brainstorm with Jace. And if he does have an answer, then obviously we throw our Jace away, but we're killing him with Geist. So I guess another option in theory is to just go ahead and Collective Brutality him. But the reason I didn't want to do that was kind of what I said before. The reason I didn't want to do that is if we Collective Brutality, we're like, okay, he doesn't have a counterspell, but he's got a Gideon. Then we're kind of in that awkward position. So, okay, cool. All right, well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed round 3. Now let's go fix this deck for the love of everything. It's number 2, notes. Okay, so first thing, it's not the best land, but I think we need to get Hollow Fountain in here. And I want to get a 4th basic, I think. So the things we really need, maybe it's not Godless Shrine. I think we can, I had put another Godless Shrine when I had like double black on turn 2. Okay, so also, Wrench Mind. I'm cutting this. I don't think we want that. Like, I think it's fine. Like, but they get to choose what they discard, and it's not really targeted discard. If you think about this, what I said is that we want to like attack their hand aggressively to protect Jace. But that means we need to take the key cards that interact with Jace. And Wrench Mind doesn't do that. So we're cutting the Wrench Mind. So that means that maybe what we also want is a 24th land. And maybe it could also be that, like, I guess Creeping Tarpet's fine. It can block Jace. Block for Jace, yeah. Maybe I just want another Brutality. I don't know if that's getting a little too extreme. Maybe I want the 4th Thoughtseize. It could also be a 3rd Liliana of the Veil. You know, the other thing, too, I've considered is maybe I don't need all the Esper Charms. I could do 2 Esper Charms. This would make 2 additional spots. Yeah, because there's, well, I don't know. 2 Brutality main seems fine. I don't know that Baby Jace is really the card. Baby Jace might have been better when I was like on the triple Wrench Mind plan. Which was good when it came up like that. Do I want to cut Wrench Mind? Probably. I think my logic is sound, but I just like the idea of getting a nice 2-for-1 just because. I don't know, maybe I'm not off it. Remains to be seen. But what I am off of is this mana base. Also, with all these 4 drops, maybe 23 is a little on the greedy side. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim this Wrench Mine and I'm going to add a land. 4 Flooded Strands, 4 Polluted Deltas, 2 Marsh Flats, Hollowed Fountain, Godless Shrine, 2 Watery Graves. I think that could work. I either want to add a plains or an island. Probably an island. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in our main. We have 4, 5, 6 cards under 75 that require double blue. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that require double white. So I think if I'm going to add a 4th basic, it's going to be just an island. Now, Isolated Chapel and Drowned Catacomb. Double white and double blue are the big things. Maybe I just want this to be a Glacial Fortress. So let's see, we have 10 fetches, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 targets. Is that right? What about in my normal decks? 8 fetches and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes more sense to me. So I said of 10 fetches, and so maybe one of these Marsh Flats needs to go. Then I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I add it could be another Hollowed Fountain. I guess. Alright, so let's do that with the mana base. So that's probably better. I don't know that it's perfect, but it's better. I feel like I need more Collective Brutalities for the burn matchup for sure. So we have a couple of cards for big mana here. This is our better negate. Maybe we don't really need the Ceremonious Rejection. Perhaps we don't need 3 sweepers. Maybe we do. I guess we could try it like this. Then we have 3 brutalities. I don't know if that's good enough, but for the burn matchup, I mean, we have 1 counter squall. Well, this is where I'm going to sit on the deck for now. We'll keep kind of mulling things over. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys. What is this? Is this round 3? Yes, round 3. I will see you guys on Thursday for round 4. Bye for now.